That's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a give right side. Boyle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort from minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Franks. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for loss.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They go play action with Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Haynes. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
5 yards remain on second down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Play action. Here's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Boyle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The Franks looking to throw. Going for it all. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 29, Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Philadelphia.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts rolling to his right. And Sanders has got it complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Hurts. Forced out to his left. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And Sanders on 1st down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll run with Sanders. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense is something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Franks now. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A 2nd down throw coming for Franks. To Boyle here over the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
A 1st down throw. Here's Franks. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He completes it to Ridley, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Franks. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense set to begin their next drive.
And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2nd and 16. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle, complete. That's Haynes. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Hurts.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Falcons 20, Eagles 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. They sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's Franks now from the shotgun.
Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in.
You know they pay me up.
Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 81 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 19. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Anthony Barr able to record his 5th sack of the season. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
On 2nd down, Franks again. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Franks. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And
And the Falcons look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Franks. Throw right side caught by Ridley. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
And they, of course, will decline the penalty and just take the yardage on the completion.
And this defense, they've got to be beyond frustrated at this point because even when they're grabbing and holding out there, they're still completing passes. If you grab someone, they shouldn't be able to catch it.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab.
And the Falcons stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Hurts throw completes a Rager. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Hurts. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And now here's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 23. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Alexander Johnson.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
That'll be caught. It's Rager. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Rager, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has
touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On first down, Boyle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check. You not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion. It's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking. Probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted. Flexing on gold, ain't stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the realest.